Hey guys, as you can see, school is back in swing. Now today we're looking at an awesome Seiko that was lent in by a really special guy. But with so many Seiko monsters out there, the real question is, which one?
That's coming up right after this.
This voluptuous beauty is the limited edition Seiko SRP455. Lovingly known as a variant of the monster. Now this piece was released in 2013 along with the SRP453 to celebrate 100 years of watchmaking and features a striking blue that catches your attention immediately. Now, like several Seiko divers, this one sports the day and the date along with very wide and teeth-like hour markers. Now, one of the interesting aspects of the dial that I like is the way the chapter ring has cutouts to accommodate the size of the hour markers. Now, while it's one of the things that gives this piece cross-country legibility, it also adds to the depth of the dial. The blue on the dial plays incredibly in the sunlight and changes hues from the center of the dial to its outer edges. Now, the blue PVD bezel really makes this piece an eye-catcher and part of what makes it stand out in a room full of watches. The bezel has a little bit of play, but the revolver-style design with a case side to match makes it easy to grip and use no matter your environment. The top and bottom portions of the case rise about halfway up the bezel, contributing to the classic look you've either come to love or hate about the monster. The other color you see in this design is the gold tone in the hands and screw-down crown, and it's one of the few things I'm not particularly fond of. Now for me personally, the mix of the gold tone with the steel and blue, it just doesn't work for me. The fact that the colors only shared with the crown and the hands seems out of place and almost like it was an afterthought to add a third color to the palette. Now I would have preferred to see polished steel trim hands and a brushed crown. In fact, if it had those two components, I'd be more tempted to purchase one for myself. Now the movement in this bad boy is hacking, but more importantly, it's hand winding, which is a feature I love to have. Now it goes without saying that you can travel to the depths of the earth, and this Seiko would shine like the sun itself for the length of your journey. I've woken up in the middle of the night to see the dial shining bright, while rudely pointing out that I'm late. Again. Now the screw-down caseback is a classic Seiko wave, familiar to any Seikoholic, and also gives you other reference and case specifics. This one comes on the stock rubber band, which is okay, but incredibly long. So I had to put it on a blue camel rubber native from WatchGecko the entire time I enjoyed it. Now, I think it's a fun bright watch to wear, although I couldn't see it as my only watch, mainly because I think the aggressive design, which is of course intentional, makes it specifically sport and casual wear. Oddly enough, this was one of the first watches that I would find myself taking off at the end of the workday. It's one of the heaviest watch heads I've ever worn, and while it can handle anything you dish out, it didn't feel comfortable enough for me to wear days on end without a little bit of a rest. I will say that if you like the monster, but you want one you're not likely to see on many other wrists, this might be the monster for you. Now the price on this one can be a little bit all over the place, and they can be tough to find since they aren't in production anymore. But I've seen prices anywhere from about $400 US on up depending on the condition. Now there are countless references of the Seiko monster, so if you've got one or have a favorite, let me know in the comments along with your thoughts on this limited edition. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And as always, if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. That's it for this one.
CG out.